Hello, it's Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2015. It's 11:41 a.m. Central Time. I'm no longer in Manitoba where it's 12:41, which obviously means I'm no longer in Ontario where it's 1:41 in the afternoon. Um, it's been a while since I've made an update for my walk across Canada for homeless awareness. There's been a lot going on in every single aspect of life. I'm um, I'm experiencing everything out here. Emotional things, health, safety, frustrations. I'm laughing a little bit right now because maybe more than a little bit. It's not funny. It really isn't funny. I look back on it and it's so surreal. I left home on part two of this walk 3 months ago yesterday. Um, and I arrived in my first town in Saskatchewan. And I went into a motel to ask this fella in Langenberg. I was explaining who I am and such, and when I was asking the costs for rooms, I don't know. He greeted me well when I came in, and he was funny. He wasn't funny. It so wasn't funny, but he was telling me the price of rooms, and I was showing him the articles. I don't ever ask for anything for free. I don't ever ask. I ask if there's anything they can do to help me, and if not, then I do what I can. This fella in Langenberg, Saskatchewan, at the motel, he started screaming at me when he saw homeless, and he told me that the radio, and TV stations all called him and said not to trust the homeless. Um, he lied. I'm quite sure. I mean, I just finished an interview with CTV Yorkton, and we kind of laughed about it. The radio stations don't typically radio stations, TV stations, and other media outlets, newspapers. I have a feeling that I said this to the reporter just about half hour ago. I have a feeling they don't call motels randomly and say, "Don't trust the homeless." Um, For one, I'm not out here. I didn't walk in and say I'm homeless. I said I'm walking for the homeless. There was a bit of a language barrier. He started yelling. He's gonna call the police. He doesn't want. I came onto his property and I'm trespassing to business with the sign saying open, and I wanted to I wanted to be a patron at his business. Um, said he's calling the police. So I told him to call the police. I needed him to call the police because I wasn't just gonna try and leave. It was very, very late at night. So the RCMP arrived, and I he got out of the truck. I think he knew who I was. But anyway, we talked a little bit, and when the policeman went inside and explained to the motel owner, he came back out and he said, "Okay, I talked to him. He understands and such. Do you still want to stay here?" Kind of no, not comfortable, but whatever. Anyway, it's I didn't mean to go on and on about that, but it's so prominent in my head. I got to the third province on the first day of the third month of this part of the walk, and I mean I've had some help. The other night the policeman got me from Langenberg. It was very late at night, and he told me, "Let's get you to a choice hotel," who have been amazing to me on this walk. So I got to what was once a Best Western, but is now called Parkland, and they were amazing to me as soon as I got here, and accommodated me with everything, despite my disheveled everything. Getting out of the back of a police truck, uh, that must have just seemed odd. But anyway, I've gone through a lot. I met the Bolio family in Portage La Prairie, and Elmer walked a little bit with me, Elmer being the son. We were going to walk 38 kilometers that day, and as we got to 31.8, the wheel busted on the buggy that I push, and we had to turn around and go back to Portage La Prairie. And then, I don't know, for the first time in my life, I stayed with them for a little while, and for the first time in my life, I'm an old man. For the first time in my life, I got to realize what family feels like, I think. That might sound odd coming from someone with a very large family. Um, However, that's neither here nor there. The Bolio family was amazing to me on many levels. I decided rather than go the route that I was going when I left Portage La Prairie, I would get to a highway parallel to the highway I was on and start walking this way. And I got to I got to a town. Well, I was in Nipawa, and then after Nipawa was Minnedosa. That too was quite an experience. With I was just there's a lot of irony, and I got to save all that stuff. I've really got to save it. It was a really emotional goodbye with the Bolio family. I've gone back a couple times now, but my buggy is in as good a shape as it's going to be right now. The day was getting long, and I walked a little further than I was going to, and left 4 hours late from Minnedosa. I met a fella, Curtis, who got me to he got me. We went to, it was a coffee shop of some sort anyway. And then we took a picture at the Welcome to Saskatchewan sign. And anyway, I'm losing my chain of thought. I got a lot of things to write about, a lot of things to type about. I leave Yorkton, Saskatchewan in the morning, and I've got one more interview today. This is just to say, yes, I am still alive. I'm on my way to Saskatoon. I'm going to stop predicting how long things are going to take me, because when I do, things go weird and I get delays here, or I get somewhere a little sooner than I thought I was going to, because it wasn't as far away as I thought. I want you to meet BlackBerry, the smartphone's retarded cousin. I'm sorry. Anyway, um, I'm okay, and I don't know. It's 3 months on the road. I woke up on the third month in the third province, and after such a surreal experience in Langenberg, or whatever it's called. I got a lot to say, a lot to do, and I'm pushing because I want to get home soon. I want to get to Alberta. Alberta's huge for me on many, 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 many levels. Can't wait to get to Alberta, Edmonton, and Calgary and area for a number of reasons. Medicine Hat, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to figure out, but Medicine Hat is huge. The mayor of Medicine Hat, I have messages for him from other mayors that I've met along this walk, and I got to shake that man's hand for his courage, for his Homeless No More effort. And I don't know how I'm going to work Medicine Hat in, because I'm going Edmonton down to Calgary. That would mean going back to Medicine Hat, back to Calgary, and then Banff, and that's enough for now. I'm going to keep on walking in the free world. Yes, I'm getting tired. Yes, I'm losing weight. No, I'm not done.